Girl, let's talk about it. Did you hear them talking about it? Oh my God, did you know this?
Oh my God, Shawty lovely and Nicole. Shawty lovely and Nicole on a roll. Lighting up the screen, the vibe is full. Shawty lovely and Nicole, let's go. Kicking down doors, we make some noise. Grown folks talk with truth and voice. Doing it big, turning up the flow. Shawty lovely and Nicole, you know. Oh yeah, it's Shawty lovely and Nicole. Oh yeah, it's Shawty lovely and Nicole. Everywhere. Shawty lovely and Nicole, oh yeah. Grown talk vibes, the moment is here.
Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, girlfriend. We are in the same space at the same time on this beautiful Thanksgiving winter day.
Welcome to Unfiltered at 5 with Shelley Live and Leah Nicole. What's
Y'all,
up?
what are we doing? What are we eating?
What we eating? You know, it's Thanksgiving. What's some of y'all favorite foods? I mean, come on, we got the turkey,
we got the stuffing, we got greens, tomatoes, yams,
sweet potatoes, sweet potato souffle. We got the macaroni and cheese. We got the collard greens,
the honey baked ham.
Yes. We got the chicken.
What else they cook? Cornbread. The good cornbread, y'all.
Cranberry sauce.
All of these.
Green bean casserole.
Just fattening food.
Sweet potato pie. Not pumpkin pie. Sweet potato pie. We don't do pumpkin.
Sweet potato
y'all know
pie,
how
y'all.
we do.
You know.
If you know, you know.
What are we talking about today? The little things we often forget to be thankful for.
Ooh, it's a lot. You know, we take opening up our eyes for granted. You know, people think, tomorrow is not promised to you. It's not promised to any of us. So any day you open your eyes, you should be thankful for that, right?
That you opened them.
You know, a lot of people didn't get to open their eyes today.
What was the things that I think I took for granted in 2025, almost going into 2026? Just sometimes, when I'm in the rush of a day, when I did this in the earlier part of the year, not praying, I would, forget to pray. I would just be like, get into bed, tired, exhausted from working. And I would just be like, I'm just going to bed. And I would not be, saying, hey, God, thank you for allowing me to put my feet on the ground. Thank you for waking me up this morning. Thank you for blessing me. Thank you for, giving me air. Those things, maybe sometimes taking friendships for granted and people, but I think life is like you learn,
live and you learn,
and you learn from your mistakes, and you try to do better in the year to come. And I think overall, I'm just trying to be a better person in 2026.
Yeah,
and be more grateful for a lot of things that I think that I probably do take for granted.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, nobody is perfect. I'm not perfect myself and everything. Of course. I do have some things that I do have some things that, I wish I could go back, if I could take some things back, sometimes maybe with some people and everything, maybe I didn't always show my gratitude. I'm not gonna say maybe I didn't show my gratitude. I'm gonna take accountability for what I do in my actions and everything. If I could go back in and take some things back and do some things differently, I can. But what I can say is that what I have been doing is I've been growing and evolving. I've been praying more, going to church more, and I'm growing and changing, and I am learning that even sometimes some people come in my life for a season, they come in my life for a reason, and sometimes that season is up and you have to move on. So
and learning how to let go, and I think the things that we take for granted, like being with family is important,
Mhm.
but sometimes, that could be chaotic as well. And
Yeah.
you take for granted the little things. And then next, you
Mhm.
hear somebody's dead and then you're
Yeah.
gung ho to be at the funeral,
Yeah.
Um,
That's one thing. That's one thing I want to speak on too. I wish that when it comes to family, I just wish that sometimes, sometimes we could do a little bit better in my family and everything because you're so right on that. Life is so short, and then when something happens, then you're gonna be wishing you
that you was this
reached
bigger
out more, that you was a
person.
bigger person, that you reached out more, and that you were grateful and everything. I wish that we could do a little bit better, but like I said, when you always pray and look forward to 2026. Maybe in 2026, we will do better and everything. But yeah, that was definitely a good one.
Mhm.
Family and
Family.
everything.
And just taking that for granted.
Mhm.
You take the small things. You
Right.
take the small things like you have a home to come to,
Mhm.
you have a roof over your head.
Right.
Being kind to people we take for granted.
Oh,
we're,
yes.
we're mean. We can be
Yes,
so mean and
definitely.
uncalculated.
Mhm.
And I think this is all comes with growing.
Right.
Growing and growing into being better people. And then we even take the holiday for granted. We
Right.
get together for the Thanksgiving, and
Mhm.
before Thanksgiving is out, we're yelling.
Yep.
We're right back in the yelling match in the
Being
arena.
being ungrateful about the food. It's people in Africa that don't even have food. People starving. People
Mhm.
don't even get to. It's people who not gonna eat on Thanksgiving, but you gotta.
Big
But we
old turkey
being
at your table.
right, but you
you know.
being ungrateful for what you have and
Yep.
stuff like
And you
that.
sitting there complaining because
Mhm.
you got a turkey and your turkey ain't big enough. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is when you're supposed to be together and
Right.
loving and
Yeah.
and it shouldn't take one day to make you love each
I was
other
about to
or
say
be
that
great
should
to
be
each other,
yeah.
because you're supposed to want to be great
Right.
anyway. Just be great people or be better people. Try to work on the things that make you a better person.
Right.
And I think that's the bigger picture when you're saying like the little things that we overlook and the little things that we could say, I could do better in this. And don't
Right.
worry about, what somebody else is doing.
Right.
Worry about what you're doing to make it
Right.
better. What are you doing? Where can you
Mhm.
start with yourself to make things better?
That's what I'm saying. That's one thing that we don't do is we always point the finger at everybody else,
Mhm.
but then where do you take accountability?
And say, I'm just as bad, and
Right.
I could work on doing this and I could work on doing
Yeah.
that. But everything in life is about growth.
Right.
And trying to be, like I said, better people. And
Right.
and this Thanksgiving, hopefully the economy is a little different.
Yes.
People are really struggling and having a hard time.
Mhm.
And how hard is it for you to prepare a plate and give it to your neighbor?
Right.
Or give it to a kid, or
Right.
or go feed the homeless, or
I actually
think of the people.
I actually saw somebody doing that. Somebody on Instagram. Excuse me. She said she was she was teaming up with somebody else, and she said they was making Thanksgiving plates and giving them to the less fortunate. She had a whole menu planned out: chicken legs, green beans, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, and they were going. And I was like, that is really
good. Yeah,
like,
to give to somebody, because people, what I'm saying, you don't know food stamps being cut,
Right.
jobs, this the furlough, they just lifted a little bit of that up,
Right.
to give people a little grace. But still, just
Mhm.
think of all what got set back for those people.
Right.
Think of the people that probably didn't have a savings account or
Right.
nothing put aside for these rainy days and these storms. And
Yeah.
you got to prepare yourself now for the storm, because
Right.
these storms are coming.
Right.
And don't take nothing for granted,
Yeah.
because life is out here serving, honey.
Mhm.
I mean, it's serving people.
Yeah, he just you saw Trump just sign that bill and everything. The government opened back up right before
the holidays. Yeah. So, you speak about the Bible, we're living in the last days, Revelations has to happen. And, that there's certain things that have to happen and move accordingly. And if you're a person of the Bible and you read it, you'll understand that these things have to take place.
Right.
And there's certain things that have to take path, that has to happen in your life, and that are happening in your life, and they're moving differently.
Yep.
So, be mindful of the things you have and
Mhm.
and breathe life into things. You know,
Right.
the bigger thing is to breathe life into people and each other, your kids, your family.
Mhm.
You know, forgive them. You don't have to be around people that's chaotic on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know, don't go sit around people that's gonna make you unhappy and make you go into Thanksgiving bitter. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Don't 2026 should look different for people. You
Right.
know, if you're sitting at a table with people that don't want to sit at a table with you, get up from the table.
Oh,
You have
yeah.
the right to get up from the table. You don't have to sit at that
Absolutely.
table. You know, you don't have to sit there and take the abuse and the term.
Mhm.
You know, you don't. It's the
Yeah.
choices. We have choices. We have boundaries we put up, and we don't allow people to take step on those boundaries.
Yeah. And let me say
You know.
this too. Because we all have setbacks in life. We all, have hardships and hard times
Mhm.
and everything. It's so easy to be negative and
Mhm.
to be, be down and
Mhm.
everything, be depressed and be, it's so easy to be those things. But, try to look on the brighter side,
Mhm.
because, the way I'm kind of starting to look at life is like, it's we be going as much as we going through it, and trust me, we be going through it.
Mhm.
We be going through it, but it's always somebody that's doing worse than
Then you are. That's doing worse than you are.
worse than you are. I
And-
swear, it be the little small things we get so mad and we get so upset about and
Mhm.
everything, and then, but like I said, but compared to somebody else's situation, it ain't that bad. So I think
Right.
that's what kind of helps me a little bit more, when I'm complaining and
Complaining about stuff,
right,
yeah.
and I think that's what kind of can get you through and everything. It's always somebody going through something else worse. So.
Yeah. So yeah, you it's Thanksgiving, y'all, and
Mhm.
we wanted to jump on here and wish everybody a great Thanksgiving. And
Yes.
from Shelly Live and Leah Nicole from Unfiltered at 5, and we
Yes.
send our love, and we're gonna be back right on track again, y'all.
Yeah.
We're going into December. The holidays are coming up,
Mhm.
and we have a long, December. Once you hit past Thanksgiving, it's already
Yep.
December is over.
Christmas.
Yeah. December is over and the shake of a lamb chop. So
Yes.
just, yeah, we wanted to jump on here and just give y'all a little love and say happy Thanksgiving from us.
Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. We love you guys so much. We appreciate you all
See if her heart works, y'all.
much. Nope. But I love you anyway. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Let's see.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but that's okay.
Are you doing it like a heart?
Am I not doing it like a heart?
No, close your fingers. Close your pinky.
Like this?
When you do it like this, there you go.
Oh my God.
Y'all, she feel happy now. She done got it.
Oh my God. You could have told me that a long time ago.
I was trying to figure out why her disconnect was there, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
And we've been doing this
That
for
is crazy. We've been doing this for a while, and I'm like, why can't we both get it together? Or why can't I get it together? Why she can do it, but I can't do it?
She had them fingernails in the way, y'all. She had that pinky too far away from that middle finger.
Oh,
It couldn't
my
tell if it was a
goodness.
heart. That's what it was. You was not hearting it. You gotta heart it.
Okay.
You gotta give it.
I got it now.
She got it now, y'all. She
Right.
she gonna be throwing hearts out there, y'all. 24/7. Y'all gonna feel so loved. Y'all gonna pop.
I started that, y'all. I started it. And then, yeah, but we love y'all so much. Like I said, we have a lot to be thankful for this season and everything. If you're not hungry and homeless, you got a roof over your head, you woke up and everything, you got a job and everything. You know how many people is out of the job this year and everything and stuff like that, and you got making some money and everything. You got a whole hell of a lot to be happy for and thankful for. It ain't that bad. I know, like I said, I know we go through it, but it ain't that bad and everything. And you always got something to look forward to. It's about to be a new year, a new season, time for growth, time for change. Yeah.
There's little things you can do on this thing.
Yeah. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It was thumbs down. I saw
it. Was what you did see this pop up?
Yeah, it said
something I did.
So I thought you did thumbs up, so it did thumbs up.
We be trying to figure out the little things on this app.
Yeah.
Y'all probably think we crazy.
I was about to say now we put because we saw a big thumb,
a
so
thumb
we
just
was
popped
like,
up out of nowhere, and I just did like this.
So
I'm
maybe
gonna
that's
find
what
out.
I
We're gonna
do.
find out what this thing does because it does all kinds of stuff
Right.
on here, y'all. Anywho, y'all have a fantastic holiday. Thanksgiving from us for y'all, you know.
From
and we're
Shelly
gonna-
Live and Leah Nicole, happy Thanksgiving from our family to
yours.
yours. And we love you all so much. Bye.
Well, we're not buying. I got to get my mouse to work, y'all. I got to get the mouse to cooperate.
Right.
Now we can say
Now
goodbye.
we can say goodbye.
Girls, let's talk about it. Did you hear them talking about it? Oh my God, do you know this? Oh my God.
Oh my God, it's Shani Love and Leah Nicole. Shani Love and Leah Nicole on a roll. Lighting up the stream, the vibe is bold. Shani Love and Leah Nicole, let's go. Kicking down doors, we make some noise. Grown folks talk with truth and poise. Doing it big, turning up the flow. Shani Love and Leah Nicole, you know. Oh yeah.